Hi everybody, it's 9 o'clock and 9 o'clock is with me, Father Warner. We are in the 29th week in Ordinary Time, and today we celebrate the feast of Saint Luke the Evangelist. Now I'm going to do a very brief teaching today, but before I do that I want to remind many of you who might be wondering why you are not getting my WhatsApp messages. I was blocked by WhatsApp, and so I'm unable to send you messages from the previous number 9820242151. So we are trying now to shift all these numbers manually. In case you want to receive the text messages which give you, or the links rather, to the text of my teachings, then I request you to please send me a WhatsApp message on 91523096626. I'm going to repeat that number and it will appear on your screen both while I speak as well as at the end of this teaching. It's 91523096626. So you need to send me a WhatsApp message and I will add you, and then you will get every day the text version of the teaching as well as the links, and I will send you one at the start of the day, a combined one for you to look at whatever you'd like to, either the text version, the YouTube version, or any other material that I send it out. Now, coming to Saint Luke and the feast that we celebrate today. Saint Luke, whose feast we celebrate today, we know was also a companion of Saint Paul. He was Paul's fellow worker. The very name Luke means the bringer of light. We find 3 scriptural references to Saint Luke in the letters of Saint Paul, and from them we are, in a way, we can safely conclude that Luke was particularly close and he was a very faithful companion to Saint Paul. Now, besides writing the Gospel, the one that we read from, the Gospel of Saint Luke, Saint Luke is also the author of the Acts of the Apostles. I know for some of you this might sound strange. I know people who have met me and said the apostles wrote the Acts of the Apostles. No, he didn't. Saint Luke wrote it. In fact, you will see the superscription in Acts chapter 1 talks about Saint Paul, Saint Luke, who says, writing to a man called Theophilus, he says, well, in the first book I dealt with these topics, now I am going to deal with this. So Saint Luke was clearly the author of the Acts of the Apostles. Now the Acts of the Apostles covers a period stretching from 33 AD to 60 AD, and together with the Gospel, Luke is responsible therefore for penning as many as 38,000 words, or hold your breath, almost 24% of the whole of the New Testament. Just these 2 books together form 24% of the New Testament. But St. Luke also had another job. He was the beloved physician. St. Luke was a medical practitioner, and that is why he is the patron of doctors among many others. But Luke is also the patron of artists. According to tradition, he was an artist as well as a man of letters, and with a soul alive to all the most delicate inspirations, he consecrated his pencil to the holiest use and handed down to us the features of the Mother of God. If ever you see the painting of Our Lady of Perpetual Succor, tradition holds it that Saint Luke painted that image of the Mother of God. It was an illustration worthy of the Gospels, which relates to the divine infancy, and it won for the artist a new title to the gratitude of those who never saw Jesus and Mary in the flesh. Hence, Saint Luke is the patron of Christian art also. Luke came from a very large metropolitan city of Antioch, a part of what is today modern-day Turkey. By birth, Luke was a Gentile. One of the reasons this is asserted is that in St. Paul's letter to the Colossians, he is mentioned separately from those of the circumcision, those of the circumcision being the Jews. In Luke's lifetime, his native city emerged as an important center of early Christianity. During the future saints' early years, the city's port had already become a cultural center renowned for the arts and the sciences. After the martyrdom of St. Paul in around the year 67, St. Luke is said to have preached elsewhere throughout the Mediterranean and possibly died as a martyr. According to St. Jerome, St. Luke died in Achaia in Greece at the age of 84. Today I want to pray for all doctors and all artists and all those in the medical profession. In particular, I want to pray for Dr. Luzito and Dr. Ashwin from our parish. Also, there are many other nurses in our parish who work in and around the several hospitals that surround St. Stephen's here. So we pray for all our doctors, all our nurses, and we thank God for your service, for bringing us and nursing us back to health. And also we pray that art in the Christian world may revive. The church was the greatest patron of the arts. Today you don't see much of that. And so we need a revival of Christian art that expresses the faith that we cling on to and the faith that we so dearly love. God bless you all and have a blessed day.